The Strand, a bustling street in the heart of London. A cultural hub that is home to theatres, universities, embassies, the Royal Courts of Justice, art galleries and more. Nestled amongst all these places is a church. St Mary le Strand. Completed in 1724 after 10 years of construction, this Grade 1 listed Anglican church is referred to as the Jewel of the Strand and has a rich and extraordinary history.
So my name's Peter Babington. I'm what's called the priest in charge of St Mary le Strand. I've been here for 4 years, and my role here is slightly unusual. I mean, I am vicar for the church, and it is what's called a parish church in the Church of England, but there's very few people live around here. Just lots of visitors, lots of students, lots of office workers and tourists. And so, but I've really been appointed to sort of restart this church because it nearly closed a few years ago, and I'm leading a major restoration project.
It was designed by James Gibbs, a Scottish-born Catholic architect who studied under Carlo Fontana in Rome. This time spent in Europe shaped his style, taking influence from the Italian Baroque and classical architecture. Mixed with his experiences of contemporary architecture in London, Gibbs continued the employment of the English Baroque style. St Mary le Strand was his first public building and won him considerable fame, with author Simon Jenkins branding it as the finest 18th century church in London. The design of the church is true to the classical style. The lower columns are built in the Ionic order and the above are built in the Corinthian. The facade features a semicircular portico and a large golden clock. The spire, rising in 3 stages, combines elegance and drama and is decorated with a golden cross at the top. The design of the spire is an almost exact replica of the spire of the St Clement Danes church, to be found only 200 metres further down the Strand. St Clement Danes was designed by Sir Christopher Wren, from whom Gibbs took a considerable amount of inspiration in both this church and St Paul's Cathedral.
He was influenced by Christopher Wren. He's kind of copying Christopher Wren on the west front, so it looks rather a bit like bits of St Paul's Cathedral at the other end of the royal processional route. And Queen Anne, who was the queen when this church was commissioned, she loved these royal processions, a sort of way of showing off her piety and her power.
The interior of St Mary le Strand is crowned by a dramatic ceiling, decorated in 1719 by Chrysostom Wilkins. The shallow barrel vault is adorned with hand-carved geometric patterns, cherubs and floral motifs. The columns of the interior are built in the more decorative composite Corinthian style, the capitals being decorated by acanthus leaves. This elaborate decoration was a nod to the grandeur of the Italian Baroque style. In keeping with more English architectural tendencies, the altar is illuminated by stained glass windows, which were restored after damage done to the church during the Blitz. Since December 2022, the church has enjoyed a traffic-free zone, transforming it into a slower-paced, peaceful area amidst the vibrant city. Once dubbed St Mary in the Way by taxi drivers, the space now invites more than 500,000 monthly passers-by to admire its beauty from all angles.
So I think the biggest challenge for us was coming up with a design which delivers the public benefit. But what we say is we have this thing where we say St Mary le Strand is a sanctuary, and I like that word. It's a sanctuary is a holy place, but it's also a place of refuge and safety. And so we say we're a sanctuary, a place of welcome, worship and well-being.
St Mary le Strand now stands as a symbol for the changing role of the Church of England in urban spaces. Once a statement and embodiment of the Church's authority, it is now humbly nestled amongst more influential, progressive institutions of intellectuality and secularism. The church could now be viewed as merely an attractive personification of England's past, but Gibbs's design has interestingly come to reflect the church's ongoing struggle to adapt to modernity. It has also stood the test of time as a vision of beauty and peace, and as the church enters a new era, the restoration project firmly underway, it seems it will survive and live on for many years to come.